Welcome back to the tense and exciting world of Only Murders in the Building. Season 3, Episode 5's Love, was a roller coaster ride full of suspense, comedy, and twists we didn't see coming. Through secret meetups and hidden goals, this episode shows the complexities of people getting along and the unexpected connections that push the main crime story ahead. Charles and Joy's rocky love life is looked into a lot in this episode, as is Oliver's finding out about Loretta's weird thing. That Dr. C dude and Loretta's weird cutouts provide depth. At the start of the 5th episode, titled Love, Oliver and Mabel face Charles head-on about his girlfriend/fiancée Joy's involvement in the death of Ben Glenroy. Charles, though, is still figuring out his accidental proposal to Joy and hasn't talked to her yet. Meanwhile, Oliver is nervously getting ready for his first date with Loretta. Also, Mabel is meeting with Tobert, who looks like he's got info on a bad guy. Tobert asked Mabel to dinner at a nearby diner, hoping to get more info. Tobert hasn't really asked Mabel out for a date, but Charles and Oliver are sure he has. Joy's lipstick was found in Ben's changing room, and Charles wants to know why. But Charles blames her for Ben's death, and Joy, upset, heads out for the night. Saz Pataki, Charles's stunt double, shows up and checks how things are going between him and his girlfriend. So, she becomes a makeshift therapist and looks into what's causing the relationship problems. Saz learns that Charles avoids a close bond with Joy because he can't deal with the commitment and the change that comes with it. Saz tells Charles that he loves Joy, and what Charles thinks about her being a murderer is dumping his own worries. Meanwhile, Mabel learns Tobert has been following Jonathan as a maybe bad guy. Without any good clues, he jumps at the chance to ask her out. But she acts amused and goes out with Tobert. In the meantime, Oliver and Loretta's date has a bumpy beginning when Loretta deases Oliver's boyfriend, Ben. Despite this, Oliver and Loretta get close as they tour New York City on a boat and share old tales. Loretta eventually says she didn't like Ben because he wasn't happy working with her. Loretta says she wrote the note on Ben's mirror to pay him back and admits doing it. Tobert and Mabel are getting close to the restaurant when they see Jonathan talking to some unknown guy. Tobert says the guy is the late Dr. C, who made Ben and other Hollywood actors look younger with plastic surgery. Jonathan and Dr. C were about to go when Mabel and Tobert accidentally let him know they were there. Later, Mabel and Tobert go back to her place, where she shows him her crime board, and they share a serious smooch. While Charles and Joy are trying to patch things up, Oliver and Loretta crash for the night. In the end of the show, Charles faces Joy head-on about their love affair. After learning how much Joy has made his life better, Charles says he accidentally proposed but still wants to tie the knot. Joy mentions that she was part of the backstage crew for Oliver's play's first night. Howard called her over because someone had left a red mark on Ben's face, and they needed a makeup artist ASAP. Joy's lipstick went MIA after she helped Ben cover his cut. After accusing Joy of killing Ben, Charles says he was the one who really did it and says he's sorry. Charles hit Ben after he saw him bothering an actress on stage, as shown in a flashback. Joy, however, is turned off by what Charles did and won't accept his apology. She most likely ends it with Charles for good by ending the engagement and leaving the place. At the end of the show, Oliver and Loretta decide to crash for the night after a date night. But when Loretta goes to take a bath, Oliver starts snooping around. He finds a scrapbook with articles about Ben Glenroy from various newspapers. Loretta says in the episode that Ben always thought she was into him, even though he really couldn't stand her. On the other hand, Ben was really focused on the person with him backstage on the opening night, as seen in the recorded clips from his changing room. The episode ends with strong hints that Ben and Loretta had a close history. As extra proof, Loretta's dislike for Ben makes it likely she's the killer.